Hey, sixth graders, welcome back. Today we're going to do a little bit more with positive and negative numbers, okay? So let's get started. We did a little bit yesterday with kind of introducing them. All right, so the first question on here, and remember, you can either print off, have the book pages attached and my notes, so print them off or follow along as we go, okay? All right, so it says the first, which of the following numbers could be B? All right, so I'm gonna narrow it down. I know it's between 2 and 3, okay? That's what I do know. 2.5 is between 2 and 3. This is less than 1 because it's a fraction and the numerator's less. That automatically is out, okay? This is greater than 1, it could be. This is greater than 1, that's greater than 1. Okay, so which ones could it be in the number line? I don't know exactly what it is. Okay, so it looks like it's about 2.5, which is exactly what this is. So that's definitely a possibility. If I divide that out, I get 2 goes into 5 twice. I have 1 left over out of 2. That's definitely a possibility. That's close to 2.5. 10 goes into 25 twice. I have 5 left over out of 10, which is the same as 2 1/2, which is the same as that one. So that's a possibility. Could it be 2.49? Absolutely. I don't know exactly if that's in the center. So all of those except for the one that was less than 1 could be a possibility. I know it's around 2.5, but it's not telling me it's exactly 2.5, okay? All right. On the second one, it says here are 5 thermometers. The first 4 thermometers show temperatures in Celsius. Write the temperatures in the blank. All right, so here's my 0. That's the first thing I want to look for. This is above 0, so it's going to be a positive number. So this is 1 degree Celsius. It's at the 1, it's above 0, okay? The second one, here's my 0. It's below 0, so I know it's a negative. It's 2 degrees below 0, so it's negative 2 degrees. Okay? Now this one, again, here's my 0, so I know it's a positive number. It went up 1, 2, 3, and it looks like every half. So that looks like 3.5 degrees. Okay? I should put the C in for Celsius. Let's go back and do that because it's not Fahrenheit. All right, and then this last one, here's my 0. Here's my negative 1. It's halfway down, so it is down negative 1/2, okay? So this is negative 1/2 degrees Celsius. Okay, so that was pretty easy. I'm just reading the thermometer, right? But it says the last thermometer is missing some numbers. What are those numbers? All right, so I have to figure out what the scale was and where 0 would be. Well, it looks like 0 is in the same spot on all of these, but that doesn't mean it would be here, but it is, okay? And it goes down by 5. So if this is negative 5, I'm going to go down 5 more. That will give me negative 10. Go down 5 more. That would give me negative 15. That means that that should be negative 20, which it is, okay? If I go up, I have to go by the same amount. So if I went down 5, I have to go up 5. That's my range, or my interval in here. 5 to 10, good. 10 plus 5 would give me 15. 15 plus 5 would give me 20. 20 plus 5 would give me 25. All right, if I want to know the temperature of this one, again, I'm just going to read it like it is. It's below 0. It's at negative 20 degrees Celsius. Okay? So pretty easy start to our day. All righty. Here's a great question I want you to think about. It says, Elena says that the thermometer here shows that it's 2.5 degrees Celsius, okay, because the line is above the negative 2. Okay, so she's saying it's between 1 and 2. It's got to be negative 2.5. Jada says that it can't be that. It's negative 1.5. Okay, do you agree with either one of them and why? So if we look at this, a number line is just like a positive number line. It goes 0, 1, 2, 3. So if I went up 1, I went down 1/2, down 1, down 1/2. So that has to be negative 1 and 1/2. Okay, because it's between negative 1 and negative 2. So So you're not reading it the exact same way. I'm not reading it this way. I'm reading it down, okay? So my negatives, I'm going to read down. Okay. Positives you read up, the negatives you read down, because it's between -1 and -2. That's how I know it's -1.5, not -2. So I agreed with Jada. Okay. So looking at that, it's an easy way to make that mistake because you're used to reading going up. So that looks like it would be 2.5. But once you get to 0, you read up for positive, down for negative. Up for positive. And then you kind of read the numbers down for negative. Okay? All right, so then this question says, one morning the temperature in Phoenix, Arizona was 8 degrees Celsius and the temperature in Portland, Maine was 12 degrees cooler. What was the temperature in Portland, Maine? So it's saying like if I'm on my thermometer, I was at 8 degrees and I went down 12, okay? So just looking on a number line. Actually, I made a number line here, so we're gonna use this number line for just 1 second. So if I was at 8 degrees and I went down 12, so I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I ended up at -4, okay? So really what I was doing was I started at, oops, I'm gonna stay here, 8 degrees, I subtracted 12 degrees, and I got -4 degrees, okay? So anytime you're struggling with a question like that, draw a number line because it helps you immensely. Even if the numbers are bigger, you can still get the right idea with it, okay? We're not gonna do this part. I already did the number line for you because this was just having you make a number line. So we're gonna kind of use this number line, okay? Even though it's gonna be this way. All right, it says, use your number line to answer the questions. Which number is the same distance away from 0 as 4? Okay, so here's 4. My pen won't work. So if this is 4, it's saying from 0, which is the same distance from 0. This was 1, 2, 3, 4. So I would go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So I end up at -4. This is 4 units distance. Distance can't be negative. This is 4 units distance. Okay? I went 4 forward, I went 4 backwards. So this would be -4. Okay, then it says, what is the distance with -7? Which number is the same distance away from 0? So here's -7. If I go from 0 to -7, that's 7 units. I went down 7 units, right? So that means if I want to go in the opposite direction, I'm going to go up 7 units, okay? So the same distance from 0 would be +7, okay? It says the two numbers that are the same distance from 0 on a number line are called opposites. That's really important, okay? Opposites. Those are always the same distance from 0 on the number line, okay? Another pair of opposites I could do if I had -3, its opposite is 3, okay? If I did 12, its opposite would be -12. So that's just telling you that the opposite number, it's that many away from 0. This one's down 12 from 0, this one's up 12 from 0. This one's down 3 from 0, this one's up 3 from 0. Okay. All right, question D says, determine how far away the number 5 is from 0, then choose a positive and a negative number that is each farther away from 0 than it is the number 5. All right, so it says, determine how far the number 5 is away from 0. It is 5 units away from 0, right? So this question is 5 away from 0. Let's get that up. Okay, then choose a positive number and a negative number that is each farther away from 0, okay? So if here's where I'm at right now, I want a number that's farther from 0. I could pick 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's pick 9. Okay? And then I could choose a number that's, again, farther than 5 away from 0. So anything past the 5 would work. I could have 6. I could pick negative 9. Okay? This is 9 away. This is 5 away. Okay? So, positive, negative. I could choose anything, any number. So any number that's greater than 5. Any number that'll work. Greater than 5 or less than negative 5 will work. Okay? That just means it's farther away from 0 than 5. 5 and negative 5 are exactly 5 away from 0. This question says, determine how far away the number negative 2 is from 0. Okay, that would be 2 places from 0. Then choose a positive number and a negative number that is each farther away from 0 than is the number negative 2. So again, let me try to get a different color here. It's saying negative 2, okay, is 2 places away from 0. I want a number that's farther than that. Would negative 3 work? Yes, it's 3 units away from 0, okay? So negative 3 would work. And if I wanted to go in the opposite thing from 0, well, how many 2 units from 0 would be right here? So again, I have to go a number past that. So it could be 3, negative 3 and positive 3. It could be negative 4 and positive 4. Again, it's going to be any number greater than 2. Oops, that's an E. Or less than negative 2. Okay? Okay. This one just says, here is a number line with some points labeled with letters. Determine the location of P, X, and Y. All right, let's see if this is 0. So it looks like, and I'm going to try and do this. Each thing is a little bit less, about a half a centimeter away. Okay, so if this was 0, I'm going to kind of eyeball it. This looks like it would be negative 1. That looks like it would be negative 2. Negative 3 looks here. Negative 4. My guess is that's negative 5. Negative 6. Negative 7. I don't know if that's negative 8 or negative 9 because I kind of spaced these out a little bit. We're going to say negative 6, negative 7. We'll say that's negative 8. All right, so I could use a ruler to get exactly. I could also, what I could do is take this, split it in half, okay? And whatever number fell on that, so negative 8 should fall on positive 8. If I take this, fold it over, okay? All right, so your key things you want to get from here, and I'm going to write it up here, is opposites. It's one positive, one negative, okay? It's the same distance from 0. And that's going to help us when we get to absolute value. When we know what opposites are, because they're very similar, is that they are the exact same distance from 0. So the opposite of 9 is negative 9. The opposite of 22 is negative 22. Okay? So that's pretty much what they want you to get out of this unit. And then again, it says, if you're ready for more, at noon, the temperature in Portland, Maine and Phoenix, Arizona had opposite values. The temperature in Portland was 18, lower than Phoenix. What was the temperature in each city? Okay, now it's saying that between the two cities, there was 18 degrees. Does that make sense? And they had opposite temperatures. So I would take that 18 and probably divide it by 2. And on my number line, I'm going to use this number line again, okay? If I went from 0, I need 18 degree difference in 2 different directions. So 18 divided by 2 is going to give me 9. So my guess is one was negative 9 and one was positive 9. They're 18 apart and they're opposites of each other, okay? So positive 9 and negative 9. What I did is I divided it by 2 because they're equal distance apart. okay? And then I went from 0, okay? All right. And then on the back is your lesson summary, so it's just a little bit about everything we've gone over. And so pretty easy day today, pretty short lesson. Have a fabulous rest of your day. And I didn't have a friend with me today, so this is my friend for the day. That's my moose. Ooh, hello. So none of my animals wanted to play with me today. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.